Hello everyone, welcome back to the second installment of Sunday Sweet Sunday. So this recipe is going to be a gingerbread, and unfortunately I was looking through all of my recipe stuff from years ago when I was doing paleo. I had a paleo version that is almost spot on for doing it for keto. You know, the only difference is, if I remember correctly, you just don't put the molasses in it. So I'm going to, from memory, try to do this, and we're going to see what happens. I don't have exact total measurements, and I'm going to change up a few things because, well, just because. So let's get started. I have a lot of stuff out, but as I start to use them, I'll go through them. So I think the first thing I want to do is kind of get all my spices in one place because I have a lot of them out. So I do have, of course, star of the show, some ginger powder. I have some cinnamon. Let me get all these. I don't think I'm gonna need the cream of tartar. I'm gonna put that back. Don't need the cream tartar. I have cloves, and I have some allspice. I got, of course, some vanilla, and I'm just gonna actually just kind of get all the spices together. And let me move this out of the way a little bit. Here's a cup. I'm going to start with ginger, and I think I have more ginger if this is not enough. And I'm going to go in with some ginger, and it's about 2 tablespoons of ginger. Let's do the cinnamon, which will be just 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And right here, the ground cloves. I'm going to take this little, let's see, there we go. And we are going to do a little less than 1/4 of the cloves, because it's really powerful. Okay. Get that on there. All right. And the allspice. Now, to me, it's, if you don't have the ground cloves, you can omit it, because the allspice is what gives it that bite to it. So let me open this, and we're going to go in with a heaping of it. And if it's not enough when we taste test it, we'll add more. But for now, less is best. All right. So we have all of that. Let me think. Anything else? Just for reference, I already have in here the baking powder. So we don't need that. We already have baking powder. So let's go on and get this in here. Get it sifted through. And just sift the spices through. Okay, we got that going. Now we're going to go in with the flour. So you could use all almond flour or a mixture of different flours. The only flour I think I would not use would be coconut flour. But I'm going to use a combination of almond flour and some walnut flour. And I'm going to go in with one cup and a half. And get that sifted through. And I'm not going to make y'all watch while I get all this finely sifted through. Okay, I got my flour nice and combined. So I've already melted my butter. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the vanilla extract in there. And kind of set it aside for a second. And I'm going to get my sugar kind of mashed up a little bit. So I'm going to be using the Swerve brown sugar. It's not going to give it quite as a smoky taste as the molasses would, but it'll get close enough. So I'm going to add probably, just about maybe a cup, and dump that in there. And give it some good stirs. Get it nice and combined. Make sure most of the lumps are out of it from the sugar. Okay. There we go. So that's the sugar. I'm going to go in with my butter. Stir this around a little bit and get this in here. Okay, there's the butter. Now I'm going to go in with my 2 eggs. And just combine everything. And this is the part where you probably want to do a little bit of a taste just to see if something else is needed. So I'm just going to go in just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit and to see what the flavor is like. Very good. So now, because this is old, I'm trying to cycle through all my stuff. I'm going to add some of the gingerbread sugar-free syrup in here. And get it nice and combined really well. Okay, and this is what it's looking like. It's a bit thick, so to thin it out, we're going to use egg whites. Okay. And combine it very well. It's still going to be a little bit thick, but not quite as thick. And I'm thinking we could actually use a little bit more. It's still a little thick. All right, that should do it. Okay. And I love gingerbread. Fresh out of the oven. A little bit of butter on it. It's so good. Okay, there. You can see it's not quite as thick. Okay, let me get my pan together and I will be right back with you guys. Okay, I have it in my pan. This is what it's looking like. My oven has already been preheated to 350. I'm going to put this in and I'm going to start it off with 20 minutes and then check on it from there for doneness. So I will be back when it's done. Okay, I want to show you the final product. It came out wonderful. I'm going to let it cool and we're going to do a taste test. So if you do not have some of the ingredients I had, such as the gingerbread syrup, don't go out and buy any unless you're planning on using, the gingerbread syrup for other things. Just use an extra cup of the brown sugar of your choice, whether it's Swerve or Lakanto or whoever. Subsequently, you could add more whole eggs instead of egg whites if you wanted to. So just play around with the recipe. If you decide to make this, please let me know. I would love to know how it turned out for you. And just let me know even if you're a fan of gingerbread. I love gingerbread. When I was a little kid growing up, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. There was a company, I can't even think, it might have been Vandycamp, I don't know, something close to it. They made gingerbread every year. It came out on the market and it was around, I said the last of October, the 1st of November or something like that. And it came in loaves like a bread, like regular bread, sliced bread. And oh my God. Before you know it, you done ate about 2 or 3 slices of that bread. And I mean, just inhaled it. It was so freaking good. It was almost like a sandwich bread, but it was gingerbread. Oh my God, so freaking good. So we're going to let this cool and we'll be back for a taste test. All right, let's do a taste test. We're going to just take the corner off a little bit and see what it tastes like. Because it smells amazing. It smells amazing. So you can see the texture. Ooh, you also see steam coming off of it. So this is what it's looking like. Okay, let me change the angle of this camera a little bit. Alrighty, here we go. Really good flavor. Nice and moist. I am feeling it. Oh yeah. So this will be it for Sunday Sweet Sunday, and I'll be coming with more videos. Like I said, I don't have any planned out. And it's not every Sunday. If you have not seen the first video, the maple bacon pound cake, I will link it somewhere here, so you can go look at that video. That was amazing. It tasted exactly like a bacon maple bar. If you ever been to Voodoo Donuts and they have that famous maple bacon bar, oh my God. So close to it, except for the texture was more cake, but really good. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, if you decide to make it, please tag me so that I can come watch your video and see how you enjoyed it. I'm going to close this out, and thank you so much for joining me for Sunday Sweet Sunday. I will be seeing you again soon.